This is Huron Park and Brigadoon. I'll tell you what you need to know about these great Kitchener neighborhoods starting right now. Hey, it's Andrew Shackleton here, Kitchener-Waterloo real estate broker, drew@home.com. So Huron Park and Brigadoon, these are a couple of southwest suburban Kitchener neighborhoods bounded to the north by Bleems Road, Fisher Hallman to your west, and New Dundee to the distant south. Your eastern boundary is the Pioneer Park neighborhood. It kind of blends into Brigadoon, and Huron Park would be more or less to the west-northwest of Brigadoon itself. There's no defining roads cutting these two neighborhoods off from each other or from Pioneer Park. Getting around these neighborhoods, you've got your main roads, you've got Strasbourg, you've got Homer Watson, you've got Fisher Hallman, you've got the expressway. These two neighborhoods, if you're a commuter, are absolutely ideal. You're very close to the 401 from here. You just hop on Homer Watson and bang, you're right there. So if you commute, you get out of town, these neighborhoods are a good choice for that. Going north, of course, you've got the expressway as well. You could hit that via Homer Watson or Fisher Hallman. Not bad choices, and you can get to the expressway from here pretty quick. Only downside I'd say about these neighborhoods for getting around, if you rely on public transit, you want to get to uptown Waterloo or downtown Kitchener, your bus ride's going to be lengthy just because we're so far south. There's really no way around that. Okay, now, let's talk about things to do in Brigadoon and Huron Park. So one thing that these two neighborhoods are really known for is exactly what you are seeing right here. The area has just been built with just tons and tons of nature all through it. This area I'm standing at, Huron Natural Area, is probably the crown jewel for these two neighborhoods. It's an amazing place. I've come here many times, mountain biking, hiking. People come from work and park their cars on the road and on Trillium, and they come down here and spend lunch down here. It is absolutely idyllic. So that's one fantastic thing to do if you're here in Huron Park and Brigadoon. Other choices will be Homer Watson Park. It's got a huge bluff. You can see the Grand River. It's amazing. That's really, really close too. You've got, let me see, McLennan Park up in Country Hills. Amazing facility, basketball courts, splash pads for your kids, tobogganing in the wintertime. It's an amazing place as well. Other things, Activa Sportsplex. If you've got your kids into sports, that's a great facility for active kids. For the grown-ups, you've got Sunrise Center. Tons and tons of big box stores in there, restaurants and stuff. It's great. It's a huge mall. And then a little bit further south, you've got Williamsburg. Cool bars and cafes. You can sit out on the patio and have a beverage. Great choice for that too. So there's lots of stuff to do in this area. It's definitely a family-friendly neighborhood. Okay, let's talk about groceries. So Pioneer Park Plaza, you've got a Zehrs. There's another Zehrs up on Ottawa. You've got a Freshco on Westmount Road. There's a brand new Sobeys on Ira Needles in Williamsburg. You've got a Food Basics at Strasbourg. And if you go a little bit further afield, you've got other Zehrses and Value Marts near Fairview Mall, on Weber Street. There's other grocery choices up on Highland Road, a bit north of the Expressway. I'm going to put them all up on a map for you, but there's no shortage of groceries in this area. Now, let's talk about schools for Brigadoon and Huron Park. So for your Catholic board, you've got St. Mary's. That's the Southern Catholic High School. There's only 3 in Kitchener-Waterloo. That's over at the east end of Country Hills. You've got St. Kateri. That'd be just south of Brigadoon. So that's your Catholic school for the primary grades. Now for the public board, you've got Huron Heights Secondary School. That's relatively new school on Strasbourg. And you've got a whole pile of primary grade schools as well. You've got Laurentian Senior Public, you've got Brigadoon, you've got Doon, you've got Jean Steckel. Now one thing for Brigadoon and Huron Park I thought I should mention, this is a development area, and this probably applies far more to Huron Park than it does for Brigadoon, but you've got to check the map by address to make sure your kids are going to the right school. I've got the link up on my website, I'll make sure I include it. You put in your address and it tells you what school you're going to. Some of the neighborhoods in here, you're going to be going to schools that are quite far away, like Forest Heights, for example, where I went to. And that's just until they get new schools built. Now let's talk about the architecture and the housing here in Brigadoon and Huron Park. I'll start off with Brigadoon. It's the older of the two neighborhoods by quite a bit. You've got properties dating from the late 1960s, and they developed all the way through into the 1990s. Homes are typically on much larger lots just because the zoning was quite a bit more open back in the day. And you're going to find a whole range of architectural styles. A lot of bungalows, some 2 stories of course, and in a range of styles as well. As you get into the newer stuff, it's very much contemporary. And location-wise, it's stuck between Huron Park and Pioneer Park. So you're going to find the stuff in Pioneer Park that's older really kind of matches up architecturally quite well with Brigadoon. Huron Park is the newer of the two by quite a bit, and I'll talk about the industrial portion just because it's part of that neighborhood. To the north and to the east, it's an industrial area. Nobody lives there. That's, it's factories and stuff. Light industry mostly. It's nothing that's going to bother people living in Huron Park, but you've got this industrial section, and then to the south and the southwest, you've got all this suburbia, and it's contemporary suburbia, especially in the southwest. So you're going to find townhouses in there, good-sized single detached homes. The Activa's got some condos going up, and it's all very, very contemporary. These neighborhoods, there's roundabouts, no stoplights, it's modern stuff. Anyways, you're looking for family-friendly neighborhoods in Kitchener-Waterloo, you definitely want to check out Brigadoon and Huron Park. That's all I got for you today. Thanks so much for watching, and have yourself an awesome day.